Guys, so Liga MX is almost back, but I wanted to bring a subject that has crossed my mind, and I'm sure it's crossed other people's mind as well. Sports betting versus stock investing. Which one should you do? Now, disclaimer before I go more into detail. If you have an addictive personality, if you're someone who is risking money that you know you shouldn't be risking, if you're risking your family's eating money, just stop watching this video, go watch something else, go get yourself straight. If you're watching this, I'm assuming you have good money management skills in general. If you don't, if you can't manage money, if you can't save money, if you're not working every day, personally, I don't think you should be getting into sports betting or into stocks. So I do want to make that very, very clear, because I do not want you blaming me for money that you lose because I'm telling you to do this thing or that thing. So if you're watching this, I'm assuming you have good money management skills. All right. So which one should you do? Should you do sports betting? Should you do stocks? For me, I'm going to give you guys the short answer. The short answer is, to me, I think you should do both, especially if you are good with managing money. If you're just good with money in general and you're just looking to make more, you're trying to make it, you're trying to be wealthy, anything along that line, or just trying to be better, just have more in your wallet, have a little more peace of mind, because money is peace of mind, guys. I don't care what anybody says. So should you do both? I think you should do both. And one of the biggest differences is that the stock market, for me, I'm on the West Coast, so 6 a.m. to 1 p.m., that's the only really time you're going to get good volume in the stock market, and it is only Monday through Friday. Sports betting is 24/7. You're always going to find something to bet on no matter what. Some sport in Korea, some sport in Japan, here in the US, there's always something going on in other countries. You can bet on anything worldwide. So sports betting is just much more available. Me personally, obviously, I do like to look at my stocks. I mess around with stocks Monday through Friday, manage my portfolio more in the morning. In the afternoon is when I will look at betting something. I'll look betting on sports. I like baseball, football, Liga MX. You guys know I mostly bet on Liga MX. And even before I did Liga MX, guys, I'm still into baseball a lot. As you guys can see, you guys probably figured that out. So I do got some money moving with sports betting. I got a stock portfolio. So that is, I guess you could say, double income somewhat, but I do not live off of any sports betting or stocks yet. I do got a regular job just like most of you guys do. So, but I think you should do both if you can handle both. You do got to do your research for both. Obviously, sometimes with sports betting, I can just look at a line and I'm going to take my shot. With stocks, it's a little bit different. You do got to do a lot more research, but it is damn well worth it in my opinion. So if you guys want stock picks, I can give you guys stock picks here. I don't know how much people are going to be interested in, a sports betting and a stocks kind of thing. So if you guys would want information on stocks, I'm going to keep this video very short, mainly because I don't know how many people are interested in this kind of thing. So if you're interested in both sports betting and stocks and comparisons, let me know. I'll put out more things like this, but I am going to go over two key differences that you guys do need to keep in mind. So with sports betting compared to stocks, sports betting, it is an all or nothing type of thing, because once you put money onto something, once you place it on a bet, you're either winning or you're losing. So you either make your money and some back, or you just lost it. That's it. You're gonna have to put some more money, or you're gonna have to dig into your bankroll and make another bet, and you got to win that back. Now with stocks, you can only see percentage drops, and that's if you actually sell. So you buy a stock, you see the price go down. Yeah, it says you're down however many dollars, however much percentages, but you haven't sold it, so you haven't lost completely. It's still got a chance to rebound back. That's the biggest difference with sports betting. Sports betting is a quick, I don't want to say quick, but it is a way for you to double back, get 80%, an 80% return just like that. With stocks, it's a little bit different, especially if you're more on the investing side. Once you get more into the trading side, that's a whole nother subject within its own. But my point being is, with stocks, you don't lose everything right away. It can actually take days, it can take years, it can take months, depending what company what companies you invest in, what companies you want to trade. Meanwhile, with sports betting is I put a bunch of money on one game. That's it. Game over. It's done. And even with a future, even with a futures bet, once you put it on there, if that future doesn't hit, you lost it all. You don't have a chance to really cash out that much. And even if you do take out even if you do take the cash out option, it's definitely not. It's definitely not worth it at that point. At that point, you should just let the future ride. Meanwhile, with stocks, if you got to cut your losses, sometimes it's just the smarter move to just cut your losses. But with sports betting, most of the time, it's not. The cash out option isn't a good option, in my opinion. So that's one biggest difference. Another very, very key difference, I think a lot of you guys will agree with me. Sometimes you see a very good bet. You like everything. You like everything about it. You like your angle. You like your edge. And it will be considered a good bet. You got it at a good price. You know damn well there is a chance that it's going to lose. It doesn't matter how good your bet is. Good bets lose. That happens. Good bets will lose. Hey, they can win, but just because it's a good bet does not mean that you're guaranteed to make money. Meanwhile, with stocks, if you have a good stock, a good company, you will win, being that you're going to give it enough time. Now, I know someone will say, oh, well, if I make good bets on this time horizon, I'm going to come out profitable. You probably are, but I'm talking about just one good bet specifically. That bet can lose. A good stock that is a good stock will win, and you're not going to lose right away, even if it has some bad years, bad quarters, bad month, whatever the case may be. If it's a good stock, it's going to come out on top. And again, guys, let's say that same money. If I place a $100 on a good bet and it loses, it loses. That's it. Gone. If I put $100 in a good stock, all that is not going to be gone just like that. It's going to take some time to go down. If I'm going to hold it, I haven't lost anything yet. I haven't sold it. So it still has a chance to rebound back and make me some more change on top of that. So that's some biggest key differences for me. I think you guys should do both. If you guys want more information, I've made okay money on stocks, guys. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm some expert. I'm not, but I am getting better as time goes on. And I can't say pretty soon I'm going to quit my job, because I would be lying, but it's stocks. Making some money on stocks has saved my ass a couple times, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. There's been times where, work was slow or I was unemployed, and, I'm glad I invested in some stocks. It saved my ass. Just like sports betting has saved me a couple times too. So as long as you're bringing something in, you can't complain. But again, I still have a normal job like you guys. I'm still adding money to my bankroll every week, adding money to my stocks every week. I do both, especially because I can't do stocks 24/7. There's a certain time there's certain days that it's going to be closed. There's certain times that it's going to close. Once it hits 1 p.m., that's it. The stock market's done for the day. And most of the time I'm done even before that, because, it's just, I'm more into it in the morning. It's more when I really have a chance to look at it. But again, sometimes I'll buy. It just depends. Everything just depends. But everything has their advantage. Sports betting is 24/7. Stocks isn't. So that's one of the biggest things for me. There's no reason to do both. You can't do both if you have some pretty decent money management skills. So let me know, guys, if you want some stock picks. Let me know if you like, or if this subject has even crossed your mind. Let me know. Let me know below if you guys want some stock picks. I'll share. I have no problem sharing mine with you guys. I'm not stingy like that. So, but then again, we're gonna come back to League MX pretty soon, guys. If you like more things like this, implementing your real world money, other ways to make money, guys, let me know. We'll talk about it. I think it's a good conversation we can have.